I'm jashykins, and welcome to another little vlog review. This time of the elementary episode Under My Skin. Sherlock is unique, especially in the realm of friendships, as he's not really the best when it comes to that. But over the course of what happens in this episode, he decides to fire Alfonso as his sponsor so he can take on Alfonso as a friend. Because he thinks about the things that have happened, and he's like, yeah, I sort of care for you more than a sponsor, and I understand the whole rules and regulations for that, but no, I want to be your friend, so if I could, I'll just find another sponsor. I do like it when Sherlock does have his humanity in odd moments like that. And Alfonso turns out to have much more of a sense of humor when he's a friend and not a sponsor, so I think that surprised Sherlock a little bit, so it'll be amusing to see how that goes on as, the series goes on, as he realizes, maybe I should have kept this fucking bastard as a sponsor so I wouldn't have to hear his dumb sense of humor. And the whole thing, at least the main plot of this episode, was that the woman that was abducted turns out to be a drug mule, and she didn't even realize it. What had happened was that she was overweight, and she decided to get a gastric bypass, I believe that's what it was called. If not, the interwebs, I know, is all free to say, oh my god, how could you get this wrong? So please correct me if I'm wrong. And so she's going to get the surgery in Brazil because it's cheaper. And what she doesn't know is that the fucking doctor she went to was a bastard and put drugs in her. So yeah, that was... Okay, I like the plot, but it's just, I don't like the whole, just like, what would drive a person to get something done for a cheaper price of something they need. Okay, you could make an argument that being overweight doesn't, you shouldn't have to be provided for money for that, but depending on the severity of the weight problem, getting something to lessen the load would be good. And it's not really all about that for me. It's about that how sometimes much needed medical procedures are much more expensive than they should be. And it really fucking sucks, especially when you need something, but you can't get it. Just don't. Also, the whole thing of people being driven to a point where they can't decide things logically. They have to take a risk and hope for the best, and sometimes you become unsuspecting drug mules. Yeah, it was nice twists and turns and really fucking creepy because, yeah, it's just like, I'm going to go to get something done and, oh yeah, that happened. So, and finally, Alfonso's having some troubles this episode, which is the whole reason Sherlock decided to become his friend. Make Alfonso quit being his sponsor. So, what had happened was that Alfonso was working for a company, that makes car alarm systems, and Alfonso was like, hey, there's this and this wrong with it, and they badmouthed him and fired him, and lo and behold, someone's exploiting this weakness, and then they blame Alfonso, and so Sherlock says, hey, Alfonso, I need you to meet up at, meet me at such and such a time and here. And lo and behold, it gives Alfonso an alibi. So, I don't know if this whole, carjacking thing is now part of Alfonso's past, or if it's going to come up again in some way, shape, or form. I don't know, only time will tell. And my final thoughts on that elementary episode, Under My Skin. This was real. I really enjoyed this episode with the drug mule part, which was creepy, and also the bonding of Sherlock and Alfonso. So it had, the mystery was good, and for me, the character moments are always the most important thing. It's like, the case can be meh, but as long as the characters hold up, I don't care as much. And hey, that's me. And if you have any comments or questions over anything I've said in this video, please comment below. Like to have a nice discussion. And if you want to comment or question about things I didn't mention in this episode, please say something, because this is only a little vlog, so I'm not able to cover every single thing, and this is especially hard for me when there's an episode of a show, sometimes this one, where it's like, I want to go on and on about this, but I don't have the time. So, and anyways, I have been Jashykins, owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. If you go to my blog, you can see wonderful vlogs, reviews like these, sometimes actually good ones. And the latest part of my Project Almanac review series should be out shortly. So, yay! Depending on when this video uploads compared to that one, and depending which one I put on the blog first. No. And if you're keeping up with my Josh Reads channel, chapters 3 and 4 of Animorphs #1, The Invasion by K. Applegate, should be out late Wednesday night, really, really early Thursday morning. So watch out for that. And if you're going to my blog already, you can go to the sidebar thingy and see where else I am on the web. And if you want to stop by one place and say hi, that'd be awesome. My writing shop is open. You're free to name the dragon on my sidebar. The rules and benefits of doing so are there. And hey, if you want to draw for one of my upcoming dragon giveaways, there's rules and such on the sidebar thingy. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, there's a link in the description to donate your account. And if you donate your Twitter and or Facebook accounts to my campaign, thank you very much. And until next video, goodbye.